Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon. Poppy has a shocking realization as Luna sobs out her story and Zend cries after Luna leaves. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, Luna worries she's ruined her relationship, Brooke reassures RJ, and Zend cries after the morning's events. In the Forrester guest house, Luna gathers her things to leave as Zend protests that they need to talk about this. Luna wails that talking won't fix anything. I thought that I was with RJ, Zende. Zende hopes she knows that what they shared was consensual. Luna says it doesn't change the shock and horror. She loves RJ. What have I done? How could I do this to him? Luna protests that the longer she stays there the more guilty she feels. Zende tells her she has nothing to feel guilty about. He wants her to sit and talk. She repeats that talking is not going to help. Zend says that what they shared was beautiful. She protests, no. Zend assures her that RJ won't find out about this, and says they used protection. Luna needs to go home and shower and change. She looks at her phone and realizes RJ's been trying to reach her. How can I face him after what I've done? In the office of Forrester, RJ puzzles over his phone since Luna still hasn't texted him back. Brooke comes in and does some more gushing about Eric and Donna's wedding before noticing her son is out of sorts. He explains that he's called and texted Luna, but she hasn't responded. Brooke suggests she might be under the weather and slept in. RJ shrugs that it's possible. He goes on about how much he loves her. He can't imagine anything would come between them. In Poppy's apartment, Lai sneers about her special mints and tells her she's a horrible role model for her daughter. Poppy's sorry she can't be a paragon of virtue like her. Lai snaps, "Do you want Luna to start taking drugs too?" Poppy informs Lai that Luna is a grown woman, and what she's doing isn't harming her. Lai hopes she's kept that part of her life away from her daughter, otherwise, her and her mints could spell big trouble for that girl. Big trouble. Poppy complains that Lai has always been so quick to judge and expects everyone to meet her insanely rigid standards. If they don't, she turns on them. Lai says she's concerned about her daughter. Poppy says she's fine, she's in love. Do you even know what that's like? To truly love someone? Lai sneers, "How dare you?" Poppy replies, "How dare you?" Luna knows how much she means to her. Lai says she doesn't love her enough to stop taking those mints. Again, she predicts trouble. In the Forrester office, Brooke muses that RJ hasn't talked about his love life before. They laugh over Ridge's past reputation with women. Brooke giggles that she ended up with him. I call that destiny. She thinks the same could be true for him and Luna. RJ's been thinking that way, he just wishes she'd respond to him. Brooke urges him to text her again. At Zend's place, he offers to drive Luna home, but she says her car will be there soon. Zende hates seeing her so upset. Luna's phone rings. It's RJ. She answers it and apologizes for not responding earlier. RJ just wanted to make sure she's all right. Luna tearfully nods. Mum. He asks if she's all right. She says she doesn't really feel like herself. RJ offers to bring her something, but she tearfully refuses and says she has to go. In the office, RJ looks at his phone, puzzled. Brooke asks if Luna's sick. RJ isn't sure. She said she wasn't feeling like herself. Brooke thinks it was sweet of him to offer to go over. RJ doesn't think he should. She said that she was really sorry and then hung up really fast. He supposes he likes to be left alone when he's sick too. RJ senses that something is off. Brooke marvels at the changes in RJ's life. She's sure Luna feels the same way. RJ says she's smart, beautiful, funny, and she really loves him. Brooke cops, how could she not? RJ just hopes his girlfriend is okay. Brooke assures him that Poppy will take great care of her. At Zend's place, he tells Luna it kills him to see her like this. She protests that she thought it was RJ last night. I swear to God, I thought it was RJ. After Luna's gone, Zend makes his bed and sits on the end of it, thinking. He flashes to having sex with Luna and starts crying. In her apartment, Poppy is searching high and low for her mints when Luna comes in. Poppy wants all the details from the party. She guesses she and RJ went to Malibu afterward. Suddenly, she realizes Luna's crying and asks what happened. Talk to me, tell me what happened. Luna says she and RJ are still together, for now. I'm scared that I just ruined everything. Poppy embraces her as Luna cries. It's not what you think, Mom. I didn't wake up in RJ's bed this morning. I woke up in Zen's. Luna tells her mother that when she woke up this morning she didn't know where she was. She thought she was at the beach house with RJ, but she was in the guest house with Zend. Luna flashes to sex with Zend and says it was consensual. She thought it was RJ, she can't explain it. Zend didn't do anything wrong. This isn't his fault, it's mine. She pleads with her mom to help her figure this out and worries that someone drugged her. She then remembers she was at the Forrester house, not a club. No one there would do anything to hurt her. Luna recalls she only had a couple of glasses of champagne. Poppy asks how much she had to eat. Luna shrugs, I don't know, hardly anything. I probably had more mints than anything else. Poppy asks, mints? Luna wails. Why is this happening to me, Mom? Why? Poppy looks worried as she holds her daughter and realization dawns that Luna may have taken her mints. Poppy had always known Luna as the bubbly, vivacious soul who could light up any room with her infectious laughter, but as Luna sat across from her now, tears streaming down her face, Poppy realized there was so much more to her friend than met the eye. It was a rainy evening, the kind that seemed to match the heaviness of Luna's heart. Poppy had invited Luna over for a girls' night, expecting a fun-filled evening of chatter and laughter. Instead, Luna arrived with a haunted look in her eyes, as if carrying the weight of the world on her shoulders. Poppy watched as Luna hesitated, her hands trembling as she clasped and unclasped them in her lap. Finally, with a shaky breath, Luna began to speak, her voice barely above a whisper. I need to tell you something, Luna said, her voice breaking as she struggled to find the right words. Poppy reached out, placing a comforting hand on Luna's arm. You can tell me anything, Luna. I'm here for you. Luna took a deep breath, steeling herself for what was to come. And then, in a rush of words, she poured out her story. She spoke of heartache and betrayal, of dreams shattered and trust broken. Each word felt like a dagger to Poppy's heart, as she listened, her own eyes brimming with tears. She had never imagined Luna going through something like this. The pain etched on Luna's face was raw and real, and it tore at Poppy's soul to see her friend in such agony. As Luna finished speaking, her sobs echoed in the quiet room. Poppy pulled her into a tight embrace, holding her friend as she wept. In that moment, Poppy realized just how strong Luna truly was, to have carried this burden alone for so long. I'm so sorry, Luna, Poppy whispered, her own voice choked with emotion. But you're not alone anymore. I'm here for you, no matter what. Luna clung to Poppy, her tears soaking into her friend's shoulder. And as the rain continued to fall outside, Poppy vowed to stand by Luna's side through whatever storms lay ahead. Eventually, Luna's tears began to subside, and she pulled away from Poppy's embrace, wiping her eyes with the back of her hand. Thank you, Poppy, she said, her voice still shaky but filled with gratitude. I don't know what I would do without you. Poppy smiled softly, reaching out to squeeze Luna's hand. You don't have to do anything alone, Luna. We're in this together. But even as Luna tried to put on a brave front, Poppy could see the pain still lurking in her friend's eyes, and as Luna gathered her things to leave, Poppy couldn't shake the feeling of helplessness that washed over her. As Luna stepped out into the rain, Poppy watched from the doorway, her heart heavy with worry. She knew that Luna was strong, but she also knew that some wounds ran too deep to heal overnight. And as the door clicked shut behind Luna, Poppy sank to the floor, her own tears mingling with the rain outside. She wished there was more she could do to ease Luna's pain, to make everything right again. But all she could do was wait, and hope that somehow, someway, Luna would find the strength to heal. Hours passed, the rain finally easing into a gentle drizzle, and still Poppy sat alone in the quiet house. The weight of Luna's words hung heavy in the air, filling the room with a sense of sadness that seemed impossible to shake. And then, just as Poppy was beginning to lose hope, there came a soft knock at the door. Startled, she rose to her feet, wiping away her tears as she made her way to the entrance. Opening the door, Poppy found Zend standing on the doorstep, his eyes red-rimmed and puffy from crying. Without a word, he stepped inside, wrapping Poppy in a tight embrace. I heard what happened, he whispered, his voice thick with emotion. Is Luna okay? Poppy nodded, her own heart breaking at the sight of Zen's pain. She's hanging in there, she said softly, but she needs us now more than ever. Zen squeezed Poppy's hand, his grip tight with determination. Then we'll be there for her, he said, his voice resolute. No matter what. And as they stood there, united in their love and support for their friend, Poppy knew that together, they would weather any storm that came their way. For in the darkest of times, it was their bond that would see them through, shining bright like a beacon of hope in the night.